Morgan. All right, so we're recording.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm not going to unmute, Deb. Sorry.
I know. Just so everybody knows, Nicole's going to hear how the sound of pump, 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 breast milk squirting.
I love it.
That. Oh. Hey, Parker. He's talking. All right.
It's not Parker.
Who else were you expecting? Anybody else? Hi, Morgan.
Hey.
Amanda, unmute because you're going to have great ideas, so I want to hear your voice.
Well, you might hear some bath noises in the background.
Hey, Shelby. There you are. I see you. How are you? Shelby. Let's have her volume on. Hey, girl. Hey, Shelby.
Hi.
Oh, there she is. Okay, good. All right, should we just go ahead and get started? We'll just talk. Hopefully other people will jump on. But all right, so it's about volume, which we all know. And this is not just me. I need all of your input here, what we can do, why we think it might be so low. And I know that it's not just our team, if that's any consolation, which I don't know that it really is. But a lot of the other leadership pages, and some of you are members of those, are saying it's like crazy low. Renee Stump, who did that Zoom with us, hers is down. I was telling Nicole, it's down 200,000 since May. Like May, wow. From May to June, 100,000, and from June till now, 100,000. So mine is down. Ours is down probably 100,000 total since May. So it's down, and it's kind of scaring me. I have to be honest about that. I think we need to figure out maybe what's causing it or what we can do to increase volume. I do think a big part of it is a lot of people are not running auto shifts. I'm sorry to say that, but I really do. And when I look at, because I can kind of go through the downline and I can see who's got auto shifts set up, and there are a lot of people that are at zero. Lots of people. So that scares me, that our people are not running their auto shifts. And if they are not using the products, they cannot promote the products. So we need to get back on that bandwagon of really enforcing that or encouraging that. Does everybody else feel that same way, or is it just me?
Absolutely. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And I just feel like there's no way. It's like doing makeup that you don't use makeup. How can you do that? There's just no way, especially with the new products that we have. I thought for sure volume would boost because people would be ordering the new greens, ordering the probiotics, and getting some of that stuff on board, and I just haven't seen it at all. So we need to figure out something that maybe will spur a little influx of volume, and also what we can do for next month to keep it up. So ideas? I'm ready. Listen, I'm here to hear, brainstorming, guys. Tell me what you're thinking. Hey, Rachel. Jesse, you have any ideas?
Sorry, I'm eating my ice cream.
Okay, you can do that.
No, off the top of my head, I don't have any great ideas. That's why I'm here to brainstorm with you guys, too. No. I totally agree. The auto ship thing is killing my team. Mm-hmm. And we preach it. We preach it. I don't know how else to get through to them. And I don't know.
And do they say do they not respond, or do they have a reason, like I can't afford it or whatever? Is that what they say? Or?
Yeah, a lot of them. The ones that do respond say they can't afford it.
I feel like it's a direct correlation, though. Like, the people who aren't running their auto shipments are the people who aren't working their business. Like, it's those that are the people who I feel like for my business that are saying that they can't afford it are the ones that aren't making any money because they're not promoting the product, and they're not getting loyal customers. They're not getting distributors. So they're just kind of sitting there not doing anything. And so I feel like that's a direct correlation, and I don't know what you can really, not what you can do to change. I don't know what you can do to motivate them to run their business aside from doing what we do with all of our new distributors and everybody that joins our teams. So I think that one's hard. I think for me, what I was thinking about, Deb, after our conversation this afternoon too, like I was just trying to think of what has happened over the last 3 months, because I feel like there was such a ramp up after conference with volume and new distributor enrollment, and then in the last 2 months it's really dipped. And I don't know if it's like all of those new distributors and loyal customers that enrolled through those double good or good bonus months have now, I mean, they're 3 months for February and March is up now. So they're starting, all of those new loyal customers that signed up are starting to dip off. And so I don't know if it's that correlation. I don't know if it's the $120 in free product that we need to figure out what that is to motivate them to get their 4 loyal customers. Cause I don't feel like a lot of my distributors are hugely motivated by the $25 wrap reward.
And to add on that, Meredith, so when they get rid of the 120, what I do for my team is any person who signs a loyal customer, I give them a free product to kind of make up for that, and that still doesn't motivate them. I've done $100 cash rewards, doesn't motivate them. It's almost like, you know, either they're going to do it or they're not going to do it.
Okay. Sorry, yeah, babe, he ate already.
I tried to offer new It Works gear for new enrolled distributors. So when they get their first loyal customers, I would get them a shirt from the store.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything. It's sort of that same thing that incentives either work or they don't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Which, I mean, that's the same as what it used to be. You know, I mean, even when we had the $120 in freebies, there was people that would go after it, and there was people that just still want it. It's an awesome incentive, but sometimes it doesn't matter what the incentives are. There's just people that won't work.
Exactly.
But I agree. I thought about making some sort of personal incentive or putting like products, because we all have, you know, product of the wazoo from maintaining promotions or whatnot. I've been toying with that idea, but I haven't done it yet.
And I do have people that take advantage of that and do like that, and they still continue to run their auto shipments. So I know that, you know, they're actually working their business, and I just have some that just don't, and that's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we do to boost volume? Like, what do we do to, you know, incentivize, especially all of the new distributors that have signed up last week with the BOGO? Like, what do we do to make sure that they get all started before the month ends?
I know. I don't know. I know a couple of things that I really want to promote with our teams is encouraging people to boost when they enroll. And I know that a lot of people are like, say they're on this limited thing, they can't do more than $99, and I get that. But those are also the same people that are, you know, going out and spending money. And sometimes I think that's just an excuse. I think that we just need to make sure that we are telling people what the importance of boosting is, that, you know, that they'll have product, that they'll be more energized to share the products because they've used them and that kind of stuff. And I truly feel that people that have never used the product need to boost of some sort, whether or not they do a whole package or they at least get some greens and, you know, some other product that they can share with other people. And that IT pack is the best boost there is, because it's 100 BV. It's only $30 more than the mini booster kit that's only available on the day of enrollment. But it's got lifting lip and eye cream. It's got your choice of berry or orange greens on the go. So it's something that you can actually share and utilize right away. So I always encourage my people to do that. It's hard. I know it's really, really hard to get people to boost. But I think that I mean, it used to be the days, I know when I first started enrolling people, everybody boosted. Every single person. I just never had people that didn't boost. So I feel like the verbiage is not quite right with people. And I think that we stress too much about it's only $99. Yes, it's only $99. But I want to point out to you, these are the things that I know will help you be successful. Mm-hmm. And people are not being successful because we're not giving them those tips. I really feel like we are not representing it correctly. That we have, how many of you have had a person boost in the last 2 months when you enroll? A full like booster kit or something more than just greens? I have.
I've only had 2 distributors that I've ever enrolled not boost. But my people don't do the it pack. My people do the mini booster kit, but I always introduce it as like, this is not a pressure thing for you, but it is only available the day that you enroll, and it's normally $263 for distributors, and you can get it for $149. And this is what it will help you do. It will give you extra reps. It'll give you product to try. So I always just make sure that I tell them about it, because if you tell them about it and you tell them what they're saving by ordering it that day and that it's only available that day, for me, I mean, I've only had 2 ever in the 20 months that I've been doing this not boost.
And I think it is a lot about how you present. And so I usually will tell people, you know, that I'm telling you this because you need to be sure you share this with your people when you're talking to them about being a distributor. And so I help them understand why it's important, more like I'm doing some training. And then I'll say about the mini booster kit that I think that is a great value, but I don't know that it's exactly what they need. And then I point out the it pack because it has greens on the go that they can really share with people, because people think, you know, in their head, what greens taste like. This way you can give them a sample. And for us, it's a lot more BB. It's 40 more BB. Yeah. It's only $30 more for them, and they're really getting products that they can use. I mean, I truly believe that. It isn't like I'm upselling. I don't like that word at all, because I've never upsold anything. It's what I truly think they need. So I feel like that's a big part of it, is we could get our people to boost more. I mean, imagine 155 distributors, all of them boosted. That'd been a huge deal. But our enrollments are so far down. Usually by this point I have 600 at least people that have enrolled between loyal customers and distributors. We are at 300, maybe, not quite. That's really bad. And I don't get what the holdup is. Does anybody else have any insight? Do you think your people just aren't working?
I think that's what's my team. A lot of my team is just not working. I have somebody who's boxed for Diamond, who is, I believe, 50 bonus volume away from being commission qualified. So she doesn't have the money to run her auto ship, but yet went to a country concert all weekend long.
Yeah.
So, and I feel
like
the baby people anymore. I can't run her auto ship for her.
No.
I mean, I think she needs to not get paid then for the month and see what's important to her.
Yeah, I agree. I do think that we coddle them. And I mean, I love Amanda Belden, but I do see, you know, we talked about at the pool the other day, you know, all this stuff stays within us here, you guys. That I feel like she enrolls people, but she doesn't follow up with them and teach them what to do.
She has like 3 people out of everybody that she's enrolled that are actually working. And that's it. And then ever since, I mean, the last couple months, I've never had returned orders until the last few months. And I've had so many returned orders, and they're all off of her team. So it's like people aren't following up with their customers either.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we need to go back to basics about teaching people how to take care of their business, you know, their own business, and loyal customers that they enroll. There's just not good follow-up with those people. Mandy, what are you thinking?
Did you say me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I hopped on late. I was doing like live parties all night. Well, yeah. This month has been crazy. Like my volume, I thought the months before were bad, like what I needed to get. No, this month is like bad. But I don't know. I have a lot of people that are getting discouraged because people under them are they're not working anymore. And then when I reach out to them, they're just giving me excuses. They're like, no, it's not that. It's not that. I just, you know, I don't have time, or, you know, I have this going on and this going on. So like for me, I'm seeing a change in like my distributors and their worth, like the amount of work that they want to put in. And a lot of people are like approaching their year because, you know, I've been in for a year. So a lot of people that signed up with me to start. So I don't know if it's because it's not new to them anymore. Like I'm totally just brainstorming here, but I can't, like, I'm getting people not even like answering me, like, that we're so excited to start with, and now they won't even respond to me. So I honestly don't know. And I have been pushing my team all month because we had, a crazy month and last month with the people that were working their business. And I've been working with a lot of them. And even those people, haven't been really pushing or enrolling customers or anything. I have a couple that are, and I do also have I don't think even the people that are working are struggling to sign. So it's a lot of team stuff, I think, but it's also the time of year. I don't know. This is my first real summer in the business. Last summer I was brand new. So I don't know kind of like the trend of how the year goes usually in the business, but from what I've heard, summer is typically slow. So I think it's just a combination of both things.
I'm right there with you, Mandy. I joined last July too. And so like this is my first full summer because last year, you had like newbie momentum. So like,
yeah.
Right. And you have a whole new market,
Yeah. So it's like a whole different thing. And now I feel like a lot of my team is using summer as an excuse. Like, they're busy. It's summer. It's not always nice here. So they're out doing stuff. I'm like, I get it, but it doesn't take that long to be successful. Like,
right.
I don't think last summer was like this at all, though. December.
I completely agree. Last summer was not like this at all.
I struggled last summer. I had most of my team stop working last summer, and then I started ramping back up.
Why? I don't know
I don't know. I feel like my team has shut down just because like they joined with the good bonuses and now they're not working towards anything. I feel like a lot of people signed and they didn't have a great why, so now they don't really care as much. So I guess that's just my issue.
Yeah, I think the good bonuses are maybe weighing in on my team for sure, that everybody pushed so hard for them, and then when they're struggling to maintain, it's just like a punch in the gut, and we're struggling with like morale because of that, with people that are quitting because they're dropping rank, and it's just like a constant battle for those of us that are running and that are really focused on maintaining to just constantly cheer them on and get them to not quit. Takes away from being able to enroll new people. But they have potential to be great runners, so I don't want to just watch them give up too soon either.
Yeah.
How do we present? I feel like we have to figure out a different way to present like the average ranking, like monthly income as an incentive for them to run after, as opposed to these bonuses. I feel like people have this perception of the bonus is, if it's a $10,000 bonus, it's an extra $800 or $400, whatever, $400 a month for 2 years, and that in their head is that's a guaranteed $400 a month. So that's what I'm going towards, but and I don't know how to present that. Like if somebody's going for diamond or if somebody's going for double diamond, like, okay, that's an extra X amount a month for, I know that we can't give exact amounts because everybody's going to be different depending on volume and all of that good stuff. But like, how do we present that so they're running after that next rank as opposed to waiting for another good bonus to happen? Because I mean, as far as Pam is concerned, I don't know if they're going to run good bonuses anymore.
And I don't know how to get across to people that you don't have to have a bonus. I mean, I only have a bonus, 2 different bonuses on my check, and it does not influence my check very much. I'd rather have that $10,000 for the month than $10,000 over 25 months. So, it frustrates me when people think they have to only work hard for a bonus. That part I don't compute that at all.
And I think I had that mindset way back when because I didn't understand the benefits and the perks when you go diamond. So I didn't know about the cab or any of that. So in my mind, it's like, okay, this is going to add extra to my income and I need to go for that good bonus. And it wasn't until we had that Zoom meeting where when Renee was going through of here's everything you get and breaking it down. And then I called up, my 2 runners and I said, oh, okay, now I know why you have to get there. They keep preaching it, they keep saying it, but I didn't understand it until we had this. So that was my issue for it because I thought that was, what everybody was supposed to be going for because that's what they offered.
Mm-hmm. And it's hard to explain it to somebody that's not even close to diamond to understand.
You don't want to, yeah.
What to do. They can't, you can show them a video, you can explain it to them, but it doesn't really make sense until you have names and boxes and you know what you have to do and how that will make a difference when you start enrolling people after you go diamond. But yeah, I agree, Jen. I don't think that people understand that, but I do. And I know they hear bonus $10,000, whatever, and that's a big money, and I get that. But I wonder if we shouldn't have all of us leaders on and say how many of us have a bonus and how many of us have lost a bonus,
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. I have not, but I've only ever had 2, and I just never lost it. But a lot of people have. It's just, and I think you work so hard to get that bonus, and 1 month, 2 months, 3 months in, you lose it because you're not maintaining your momentum. You let up on that, and that's not. It's so frustrating to me. I don't know how to get that across to people. Like, focus on what you can get in a month and have that as residual income. That's what you need to work towards.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's got some bright ideas. Well, I know that a couple of months ago, I was hoping Kelsey would be on, but she's not. A couple of months ago, when she needed some volume, I had said to put out that incentive. Anybody that placed an order over 25 BV got their name in a drawing, and then she was unlocking more money and that kind of stuff. And she did get 6,000 BV in 48 hours.
Wow.
That's awesome. What do you mean unlocking bigger things?
The way she did it, that's why I was hoping she would be on.
I think I remember what it was.
What?
So she started, it's Amanda, sorry, I'm multitasking.
Okay.
I think she started saying, I'm going to start out with a $50 incentive for anybody. Your name goes into a drawing if you put it in an order of, 25 BV or higher. And then she said, like, if we get 20 orders, then I'm going to unlock another $50. If I get another 20, I'm going to unlock another $50. So that's how she kept it going.
Yeah.
And she would give time limits and say that was the end, but then it wasn't really the end. And then more people would come in and put more orders in.
Yeah, I remember that being huge.
Mm-hmm. It was. I had seen it on a leadership page, and so I just said it to her. I was like, give it a try. And I think that the way she spun it was really good and had a lot of momentum. I'd like to think we could do that again. I don't know that I would do it over. I think I would do it more BV than 25, like an order over 50 or something like that, so that at least we would have a little more boost of volume.
I know I tried to do that was it last month or the month before with my team? We had 1 month we did it. It worked really well. The second time we did it, I think I had 3 different people place an order, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was
I wonder with that too, if it gets repetitive for people. Like if you kind of do it a couple months in a row, and then people maybe don't do it. I think it was great when she did it. It helped volume a ton. Because I've toyed with that idea too, especially with the new greens and probiotic out there. You put those together, and I think that's 61 BV if you put those two together. Mm-hmm. So I thought about doing something like that too, for a volume boost, but I don't know. I don't know what the response would be, I guess, but something to try.
How did she propose it to her team? Like, hey, I need volume, so I'm doing this.
No, it obviously was spun as this is a great time to try new products that you haven't tried, because being a product of the product is so important. And then it was just, so to encourage you to try new products or something, that you love. She put a post out there about it and what you would win. And then you had to comment on that post, screenshot your order and then comment on the post. And that's kind of how she kept track then of who was ordering what, making sure that it was enough BV and whatnot.
I love that idea. That's awesome.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I feel like you're right that if we do the same things, they lose momentum, because I used to do 400 club incentives and just do a drawing for free It Works gear or something. And that my team used to get pumped about that. And now it's nah.
Yeah.
Same here.
Maybe with the right people, maybe with those newbies, that would be right.
I was thinking about, so my team added I think we're up to like 14 distributors over the last week. So I personally was thinking about starting like just a group chat between those people, so that only they can see, and doing like a 400 club, challenge with them, because they're new. If we can get their boxes to 400, that's huge for me, because I'm trying to build like a new emerald, like my diamond quit. So under Joel, so I'm trying to build like a new emerald and all this crazy stuff. And I'm like, if I could get those 5 new people that I placed under her, like to 400, like that's huge for me, even if I have to go back to boxes. So I think maybe if we try to segregate some of the contests that we're doing, like I think you're right. Like I think it gets old to them, and those people, the people that are already in are going to go for it anyway. And I know we've talked about that before, but like, how do you get to these new people that they will be excited about? Oh, I could have an It Works shirt to wear, or, I could get like, whatever it is that you do for your challenges. But it's like, how do you carefully do that without other people finding out about it or something, and getting pissed, like I wasn't included, or I was excluded from this, and thinking that you're being unfair.
Well, if they want to get in, I'd be okay with that. I wouldn't exclude
Right.
that really wants to do it. So I would say, we're having a newbie challenge, but anybody that's wanting in on it, we would allow you to be in, but you got to be all in. I'm just going to put this out here. I kind of feel like there's a bit of a disconnect with our team anymore. And I don't know and I'm just going to say it. I want more support from our sideline sisters to each other, because that's a big reason why people join this business, is they want happy, positive spirits in their lives. And I am feeling a real disconnect here with a lot of people. And it has to start here, you guys, as leaders. We all have to comment on each other's posts. We have to be supportive. We have to interact. And I know it may take a little extra time, but that's why we're losing people, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's because people want the fun, freedom, and friendships. And if they're not feeling that, it's peace out. And I feel that way. And I love you guys, but I feel like there is a huge disconnect, and I don't know why, but I want it to change, because my goodness, we have such an amazing opportunity here, and I feel like we're flushing it for a lot of people. I don't feel like the energy is on the team pages anymore that used to be. Is it just me, or all just looking at me like I have 6 faces? Say something.
I 100% agree with that. But I feel like the energy is different, and I feel like the months where people are most successful are where teams are working together, sidelines are supporting each other. There's tons of positivity regardless of what team you're on, regardless of who your enroller is. And I would agree that I feel like some of that has changed, and I know for a fact that it's being picked up on downlines, because I've gotten messages from people that aren't in my downline that are sidelines asking like, oh, it feels different. Like, what's different? And I don't really know either what's different, but, I think when we kind of talk about helping each other or helping our teams, what we need to do is we need to be helping and uplifting each other, because that's what leaders do. Leaders don't really care about, what's in the past or who said what or whatever. We lift each other up. We support each other, even if we don't always agree on everything. And I think it's sad when it's gotten to the point where it's disconnected enough where people in our downlines are feeling that. And like you said, then they don't really feel the desire to stay, because it's not, they join for the exact opposite reason.
Anybody else?
I feel the same way. We've talked about that before, where I feel like we talked about it at the Double Diamond retreat too, even just about the Team Runners page, and not feeling the same presence of leaders on that page to get newbies excited and get newbies, connected to and in front of other leaders instead of just their personal upline. I think that it's something that, I've really enjoyed the Dream Bigger page that we've done this month, because it has put a lot of new faces out there. And I think that that's something that maybe is missing from the Team Runners page. And I know that we're going to talk about doing that, in the upcoming months for the team runners page, but I feel like there's a lack of that. And there was a ton of that when I first started, whether it was on the We Are Rap Stars page or whether it was on Team Runners page. I just feel like there was a ton more leadership presence. And I think that that's where people get excited, because everybody's different and everybody's going to connect to somebody different, and finding that leader that you connect to and that inspires you is what inspires you to go out and find more leaders that you connect with, or find who they follow or who they get inspired by, because you're going to connect with that person. So I feel like that's a huge part of it, because it's, you know, if they're not plugging into calls and if they're not going to team meetings, that Team Runners page or whatever your team page is their source of motivation and their source of plugging in. And if they're not getting excitement and leadership from that page that they connect with particularly, so having to have a lot of different sources on there so you can have the ability to connect with more people, I think that that's what's hurting.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think, I think it's so important. Like you said, I've had so many people comment on how much they love the group that we're doing, because there's so many people, and there's leaders out there that they didn't even really know were on our team, but that they're like, oh my gosh, that's the person I've been waiting for, because I connect to their story or their way of doing it or something like that. And I think that I love that you said that, because I think that's a huge part of it, is just, you know, like more of our faces so people can know that you can be successful regardless of your background, but then just supporting each other too, like us supporting all of you, you know, like together, versus cherry picking what you're going to comment on and whose posts you're going to like and stuff like that. I mean, that just, people pick up on that, even though we might, you know, maybe people don't think they do, and then it just kind of gets awkward for people. So I think it's like you said, Meredith, like putting out everybody so everybody can kind of build their own style based off the leader that they connect most with, but then seeing that we all support and love each other.
Right.
And I think that by not commenting or picking and choosing who you're going to comment on hurts your business more than what you think it's like. You're like, I'm going to support that person. Honestly, it's hurting your business more than it's hurting their business, because it reflects on you, you know, and people want to follow excitement and fun loving and loving people. I was thinking one of the things that I had thought to add to my team page, the Team Runners page, was I was going to have all the leaders tell their story. Like write a post that really tells your story, whether you write it, you do a video of it or whatever. I think that we all need to be more present and let people know what your journey has been and how you got here, where you are, so that it's real, because it's definitely going to click with the mass that way. Yeah. So that was one of the things I had wanted to incorporate, was everybody has a day and I want them to tell their story. I want to hear your story. So I know that the team would, and I feel like that would impact our team page, because that is a huge way. We talk about plugging in, and if people can't, you know, you hear people say, well, I can't get to the team meeting because we don't live close or whatever. Well, our team pages are their only real connection. They can maybe get to a one team, one mission, that kind of stuff, but if they don't even know what that means, they're not going to. So the team page is the one constant. And so I really want to have more of a presence of all of your leaders. And I understand you all have your own team pages. I have done that same thing. I've been on Lindsay and Chadwick and Liz Barton's page. I've been on Mackenzie's Real Rap Star page. I've had multiple places I had to be present. It's just part of the gig. And spending just a few minutes to comment on posts and be supportive and excited would be a huge thing for your own team too. Okay? Do you all agree? They're all just blank looking at me.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Deb, maybe you could, like, at the beginning of the month, because I agree, Meredith, I love this, that Dream Big page with all of the, you know, and even it got kind of complicated with the long messages. Like, I get way behind during the day at work. But maybe, like, at the beginning of the month, you could post, like, a calendar with, like, every other day or every day, where it's just like you just pick a diamond or above that you ask to post whatever they want. Just post something that is inspiring them that day, or a tip that's helpful to them, or whatever. And even if there's some overlap throughout the month, it might be just a good way to get different people out there. And I think for a lot of people, like, I remember when you reached out to me, like that was really meaningful to me to know that like my upline noticed my work, you know? So that would probably be meaningful to like newer diamonds and newer leaders on the team too, to be asked to take on a leadership role and just to post something that has helped them. I know for me, if it's on a calendar at the beginning of the month, I can mark it in my calendar and know that I'm going to do that day. And then if I don't get to that page every day, I don't have to beat myself up about it, but I can still have an active role in being a leader where I need to be.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I do think there are so many team pages that, I mean, there are so many of the leadership pages say, I discourage anybody on my team from doing their own team page until they're triple or above.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you all did that, and it's completely up to you, but it is, it's a lot for people when they don't even know and who's where and what I'm doing, and, all that kind of boggles their minds. So I just feel like if we could have more of a presence, just like I had said at that retreat, on the Team Runners page, at least so that people would have at least one central place that they could go for questions or support or whatever. And I know whenever I post a story of someone else's that I, copy and paste and put on there, it always gets a good response. People are always like, thank you so much to hear that, whether it's just their journey to executive or Ruby or, their presidential or ambassador. It's going to speak to everybody. And so I want everybody to be more present on that page and do their own story for sure.
I love that idea.
That's easy too. That's such a simple thing to do.
It is, and it's good for you to tell the story, I feel like. I did a video of my story and put it on YouTube. So, I mean, I can always just post that if you want me to. But I feel like that would be helpful to get started right away tomorrow again. Do you agree, you guys?
I agree.
Yeah, totally. I have mine on YouTube too, so I can post it whenever.
Do you? Okay, good. Well, why don't you do yours, Jessie, then? You do yours. Everybody's heard mine, I feel like.
Yours is still very inspiring.
Yeah, Deb.
So you still need to
I haven't heard yours.
Because there's a lot of new people that have joined that haven't heard your story yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Thursday night.
Don't roll your eyes at me.
What'd you say?
I said, don't roll your eyes at me.
I need to make up some new stuff, like pretend that I,
right.
did something big. But
Stop
all right,
it.
so have we come up with a volume boost? Should we try the 50 BV or more and do that?
What do we do with current loyal customers? Because I feel like that's a huge one too. I know that I have, and I know that Mandy has done something for loyal customers that, like, if they purchase 2 items, like, they will give them a third one for free or something like that, like some sort of an incentive for loyal customers to purchase. I know that I've only done that twice because I do feel like if you do it repetitively, then they're not as apt to jump on it if it's something that you're constantly offering. But I know that that's been huge for me for volume boosters. But what else can we do for our loyal customers? So our DTs are one thing, and our DTs are great. But you also do have your DTs that are running their ADBV auto shipment that are maybe not as inclined to say, I want to buy more product, So what do we do for current loyal customers that we can offer some sort of an incentive to, especially with the probiotic and the new greens, like to try new stuff, because that stuff came out mid-month. So everybody from the 1st to the 15th had already run their auto shipment, so they didn't have an opportunity to change it.
Yeah.
Could we do that on the Love and Loyal page?
Mm-hmm. We sure could. We sure could post that. So what do you think? Order 2 products, get the product of your choice free, third product, or just place an order over $50?
Yeah, I think the buy 2, get 1 is a really good incentive, because then that guarantees that it's going to be over an X amount of BV. Because if they do one, not everybody knows what 25 BV. Oh, did you say $25 or 25 BV? I'm like, not all my loyal customers know it. So I mean, I think that the buy 2 get 1 free is going to be guaranteed that they're going to buy at least 2 products.
Yeah. When I've done that before, I pick like products they can pick from, like 3 or 4 of them, only because I pick products where the dollar amount and the BV amount is the same. And that way, like, if I offer a free product, say they pick ProFit, which The shipping is a little more on that because it's heavier, and the dollar amount and the BV amount don't match. So like I've in the past done like they could pick cleanse, exfoliating peel, or like thermofit or something like that. So, there's products that were equal BV, and I've done that and I've had some good response. Plus, and if I'm ordering to maintain or something, I'm getting product that, the BV equals the dollar amount. So if you wanted to do that, that's what I would recommend.
What if we do a free oil of their choice? Because then it's not so much to ship. I mean, because I send stuff out and it's like $6 to $8 to ship stuff sometimes. And if you have just a little thing, I could put it, you could put it in a padded envelope and it won't be so expensive. I just feel like we're going to be, there's a lot of time spent. Unless, if people are in town, we could do that, but I don't think that, like Krista Whitbeck, want all those things that 90-day challenge. And I was going over to her house. I, had all that product. It's like, yeah, that's a lot of money and a lot of time. I had to take it over to her, and it's just, I don't know if I think, what if 50 people do it?
Right.
A lot.
Yeah, right. I think that's what's hard. Think of the volume. And that's what's hard for me posting it on like a Loving Our Loyals page, because then who owns it? Who owns the loyal customer that decides to, because what if it's somebody who's like, I can't afford to give them free products, so who owns it? So like for me, when I did it for my loyal customers, I gave them a choice of certain products, and it was products that I had extra of. So I was like, so I'm not spending any extra money, and all I have to do is pay for the shipping. And it was also I could do it quickly because I didn't have to wait for me to get it and then for me to ship it. Because a majority of my I run a majority of mine off of Facebook and messaging. So a majority of my customers don't live in the state that I'm in. So for me, I know that I'm always going to have to ship something.
I like that idea. That's a good one. And I think like Meredith said, I think that's a great one to have up our sleeve, like to share with our own teams or with our own diamond legs or whatnot, that maybe you can execute it to your own personally enrolled loyal customers, and then you own that, but not like, I wouldn't want to open it up to my entire team, because there's a lot of people that, I don't know, it gets to be so big.
It's like 1,000 loyal customers. Like, what if they all are like, let's
like, it'd be too huge for Deb to roll out to like your entire team. But it's a good thing for us to be able to share with our teams that are struggling to maintain.
Yeah. And I personally messaged, I didn't post it on like a page. I personally messaged all of those. And it was like 150 loyal customers that I was selected, because it was also, I was a little sneaky when I did it. I also looked through all of the loyal customers that were under boxes that I needed to 400. And those are the people that I focused on, because I didn't want to offer it to all of my loyal customers, because that's a lot of loyal customers if they took advantage of it. So I really picked through, okay, who needs 400? I'm going to offer this to any loyal customers that are under that distributor, so that way it can boost volume where I needed it to boost volume.
That's exactly what I did too. And I did, the buy two, get one free. And I just went to my boxes. Like if I was maintaining by boxes then, and then I went out to my team that I knew was going for a promotion or who was also trying to maintain who had boxes. And I said, you know what, this is what I'm doing. Why don't you try this if you want? But they knew that if they did, they had to supply the product themselves. And I had a lot of people that took advantage of it as loyal customers. And I had several distributors that went out to people on their team, their loyal customers too, and actually did it. So that was pretty successful. Rachel made a really good point, because that was one thing that I talked to Rachel, I don't even know what month it is about, and she's like, well, what about the BB and this and that? And I was so excited about the idea initially that I didn't think about that, but that's important to remember too. And even if you did, like, I like the oil idea because the BB and the price is close and it's light. The other one would be the probiotic, because I got mine today and holy smokes, that box is light. So I don't think that would be so bad to ship, and it's brand new. So what if we set, another thing you could do, or me, whoever, is buy two and you get to try the new probiotic for free. So that's something else, because that was super light. I was really shocked when I got it, and I was like, oh, this is really light. So that probably wouldn't be a whole lot to mail either.
Yeah, you could totally ship that in an envelope too, because if the box gets crushed, the pills would be fine.
Exactly. Yeah. So that might be a good one just because, and in the oils too, because they're new, like they're newer products. So it might be something that our loyal customers haven't tried. So we could even go out to, the people that aren't ordering, the customers that aren't ordering anymore.
Yeah.
Because they might want to try the new products. They might be running out of products that they have at their house and they might want to try something new, but you know how people are. They want to pay to try something new because they're skeptical of it. So if they can try it for free. So I think those would be 2 good products to offer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it would be like I think it's hard if you offer only a specific product that you're going to give them for free, because what if they're not interested in the oil, or what if they don't want to try the probiotic? I think another way we could approach it is if you my son is saying ma'am. If you talk to them, do you want to say hi? Say hi. Hi,
So cute.
Oh, hi.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
Like an hour now. So I think that you can, like, if I message people and say, hey, is there any product that you haven't tried that you want to try? And they mention something, I can, throw in, okay, well, if you want to buy 2 of those, I'll throw the 3rd in for free, or I don't know. Just thinking of something else, another way to approach it with them, because I do feel like restricting the product that they can get for free by, like, if you just say oils, like, what if they're not into oils? Then that's not going to incentivize that group of loyal customers that's not into oils.
So are we saying everybody's going to reach out to their own loyals and then post it on the Loving Our Loyals page and then see what the response is, or what are we doing?
I personally think that we should reach out to our own loyals and figure out how we do that, because if you post it on, or if we post it on Loving Our Loyals, we need to figure out who's going to own that free product. Like, who's going to buy that free product if you're posting it to Loving Our Loyals, because not all of the distributors that own those loyal customers are going to want to participate.
I think that could get really messy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you present it if you put it on Loving Our Loyals?
I don't think I think I would have to say that if you order 2 products, comment below, and then I'll put your name in a drawing for a gift.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't think I could.
That one's good.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm already doing the $500 on the other thing, and it's just like, where gotta give here.
Yeah. I mean, I can own a gift card on the Loving Our Loyals page. Like, I don't know what dollar amount you want for the gift card. But
yeah, we could talk about that. I do like the idea of getting them a free product. I still feel like that shipping thing is like, I shipped an apron for somebody the other day. It was $6.45 to ship a flat thing that, was like an ounce. It was $6.45.
Who did you use?
The mail.
Yeah, I feel like the USPS is the most expensive way to ship. And I feel like it depends on how you, like, if I did one thing in an envelope and the same thing in a box, it was like $10 more in the box than it was in the envelope.
Yeah.
It's annoying, but
it's a lot.
Sideline topic.
Well, I will post it on the Love on Our Loyal page that if you purchase 2 products, or do you think 2 products or a BV or a dollar amount? If you place an additional order over $50 or something. What do you think? Shelby, tell me what you think, since you've not said a thing. What do you think?
I'm tired. I don't know. For loyal customers, I kind of like the buy 2 get 1 free.
I agree. I just don't know on the Love on Our Loyals page if I can do that, because
I think there's
about it on a big page.
Yeah, I don't.
What? Say that again.
I worry about it on a big page just because there's so many people on that page. And do you want, I don't know, kudos to you if you want to own giving that much product away. I mean, that's just a lot. Yeah. And I think it's honestly good for, if I enroll loyal customers, isn't it important that I am then also continuing to engage with them as their enroller? Hey, I want everybody to be able to try this probiotic, But I tried to run a challenge before the 25th with my loyal customers and my downline's loyal customers, where if they ordered the Profit or the new greens, that I would send them a free wrap, and I had 0.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it needs to be something different on the Loving Our Loyals page versus what we're going to offer our separate loyals, because if you're running it on Loving Our Loyals and then they see the exact same thing promoted by us, I think that might get confusing. So like if it's Loving Our Loyals, if you order one product over $50, your name will go into a drawing. And then if we want to do it separately, like buy 2 get 1 free for our separate loyal customers, then it looks like 2 entirely different promotions that they can either choose to be a part of or be exposed to. And that way they can say, oh, I'll order $50 and then I'll get in Deb's drawing.
Yeah.
You know,
I think there are a lot of people on that loyals page that don't have active distributors, that aren't getting any care whatsoever. So maybe it will get a response from there. I can hope.
Yeah.
I'll post it in the morning and get some people, and I'll just do a drawing for that. But I do like to buy 2 get 1 free, whatever you guys want to do with that. That sounds good. So, all right.
Can you
go ahead
out to Kelsey and maybe get like a little bit more details, or maybe have her share in our group chat what she did for that, the ordering, because I think that would be something really good for me to do with my team.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was on her team page, so I'm sure she can. Well, I know I sent her the original message of what to post because it was just from another leadership page. So all I did was copy and paste and thought, I think that would be good. And it turned out really well. But then she added in this unlocking more money, which was genius, I think. So Donna, I know that you were on there during that too. So I think it was really, really good. Yeah, I'll touch base with Kel. She's probably sleeping for baby. But I'll touch base with her and see if we can get the wording for that, and maybe we can get that somewhere on the page. So anybody have anything like profound to say? No. Do you think this was helpful?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Me too.
Do we want to do, okay, I'll sideline. Never mind. Just kidding. Sideline topic.
And let's really make a point to increase our activity.
Morale.
And morale, yeah. Yeah, because we're all still such great people, right? We got to remember, we're great people. We have to encourage each other so that people want to be a part of that. Such a key component of this business. So,
can we make sure that we don't start with, but I'm co-hosting the August 7th meeting, so I need all of you guys there to cheer me on. I'm really nervous.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Yay!
You'll be awesome.
Well, I'll wear funny hats or like balloon hats, maybe. That would be good.
Maybe don't. That might be distracting. Everybody wear balloon hats. Everybody.
And they'll be popping like boom, boom, boom. It'll be like a shotgun.
Nice.
All right. Well, so Jessie's, she had to jump off, but she's going to post her story. Y'all work on that so that if I call you and say, you're up next, have it ready, either a video or type it out or however you feel best about it. But I think that'll be good. I know I did 1 month. This has been a while ago. I just made a point of edifying several people every day, like writing a little post about 2 or 3 people and what, their positive attributes, that kind of stuff. And that I felt like that really helped, but it's time consuming. So I would love it if, you all just could kind of interact with that a little bit more, even on not so much on the team pages, but on their own personal pages. So people see those positive posts from their team leaders. I think that's really key. And I know it takes time, but I do think it will help your team stay excited too, because they're like hoping it's going to be them,
Right.
Honestly. All right.
If anyone has any like super awesome ideas, like while sleeping or something, share them.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll sleep on it and we'll come up with, when I lay down to go to bed, I swear I start thinking of all this awesome stuff and I don't get up. And then when I wake up in the morning, I was like, what was that? Like, does that
Just
happen?
keep your phone next to you, Mandy, and just Voxer it to me when you're sleeping, and I'll listen to it in the morning. Okay?
Oh, it drives me nuts. I'll be laying there and my mind is just running and I'm like, oh, this would be really good. Or I have a really good post in the morning. And I wake up and I was like, what happened? It's that new you that I take. I don't remember anything, you know.
Right.
It's your sleep. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else?
No.
Thank you all for jumping on. I appreciate it. Helped me a lot figure stuff out. So fingers crossed, say a prayer, whatever it is. Volume. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Sign loyal customers. I put that on there, some page, I don't even know where I wrote it. Sign 5 loyal customers. I'm just like, come on. Somebody sign 5.
Nice.
Makes me crazy.
Oh, that's a good one. Could we, oh no.
What?
Could we do that? Like, could we do a drawing for distributors of whoever signs the most loyal customers before the end of the month gets $100 gift card or something? Like, I think that's a good one too.
Yeah. I posted something on what was it, the Team Runners page? I just did it. You'd think I'd remember. Sign 5 loyal customers and get in a drawing for something. I don't know. I think it was for Parker.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Could take Parker home with them. I think that's what it was.
No, that would have to be like 5 million loyal customers, and then I would still not give them Parker. Maybe they could babysit him.
Yeah, it's one that.
You can have him for an hour.
Yeah, there was a really big work hard page.
What?
It was funny. I was thinking the other day, Deb.
Very big work hard page.
Okay.
You were thinking what?
I was thinking, you remember when you posted that scarf from One?
Yes.
People
Yeah,
were crazy. And I'm like, oh my God, you people will do things for a scarf. But like, seriously, like, and the scarf rocked. Okay, don't get me wrong. But I had people signing like 20 loyal customers for that scarf. And I'm
I
like,
have another one of those scarves.
What about a towel from
towel.
Green Carpet?
Yeah.
That was a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, I'm open to that. I mean, if you think that would do that, I mean, whatever.
I just know that it sucks. Like when you go out there and you say like, okay, whoever signs the most loyal customers, you know, you get in a drawing for this $100 or something like that, and nobody does anything. You're like, well, that sucked. But
Well,
I'm
maybe
like,
take a picture of $100 bill.
yes, I
Like,
don't
maybe
know. I
that's
don't
what
get
it
it.
is.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, like this scarf, and it was just like insane. Or maybe if you do something like, what about like a one-on-one session with you or something like that that might, like, I know that we do like the $100 and stuff like that, and like I have one going on with my team right now too, and it's like the same people seem like they're going to go for it no matter what, and they're going to be getting that money in their paycheck, and I don't know.
Yeah, but
And
those
I
same
love-
people
I
might
love the
just go.
$100,
Those same people might just go for it harder. You know what I mean? Like they
That's
just might
true,
be
but I think-
more.
I think sometimes, like, I'm so tired. I'm like, I did 2 live parties today and I talked too much. I'm like losing my train of thought here. I like the $100, but I think people think when it's a drawing, they're like, okay, wait a second, like 50 other people are getting in this drawing. My chance of winning it is slim. I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to think, like something that would get them. I'm gonna stop talking now, okay?
Well, I do have another scarf. If that is the draw, I give out my scarf. It was true, and I put that in that box, and it was like Michelle's the one that got it, though.
I know.
There goes. That.
Anyways.
Anyway,
Well, on that note.
On that note.
But maybe if you do multiple things. So, like, if people aren't like, okay, if there's going to be 100 people in this drawing, I have a very slim chance of getting this. So do I really want to go after that? So what if you did a drawing for, like, several things? Maybe they don't have to be huge, but, you know, this scarf and maybe something from Green Carpet. And maybe one of them is a gift card. But maybe if there was, like, more than just one person that won, maybe they wouldn't feel like they had such a small chance of getting it if they worked hard for it. I mean, they should be working hard anyway. It's like their business. It drives me nuts.
How about an auction? If we had an auction and we had the different things that you're talking about of here's a towel or whatever and something else, And then every time that they sign a loyal customer, they get one vote or something to put it in that bucket of that auction.
Mm-hmm. That would be good.
That's really kind of cool. How would we track that? Could you do it with a poll post?
You should be able to, right?
I would think so. I mean, you could create a poll for the 3 different things, and obviously it wouldn't be a poll. Oh, but they can only click it once, though. You know?
Because then, well, you'd have to figure out how to pull that off, but you could have like one is something from Green Carpet. Another thing is $100. Another thing is a basket full of product. Another thing is a half-hour talking session with somebody or something like that.
What if instead of doing an auction, you did it just daily? Like it was a daily, you know, okay, tomorrow, whoever enrolls the most loyal customers wins this. And then comment below your loyal customer number that you enrolled. And then if they enroll multiple loyal customers, they just edit their comment so you can see who's enrolled the most loyal customers. And then the next day, okay, yesterday was awesome. Whoever enrolls most loyal customers today wins this. You know, so it's like a daily motivator of this is the prize, like fight through today, and whoever's going to fight through that day, they get that prize. And they don't have to be like crazy, you know, prizes. Like one of them could be the new probiotic. Like if they didn't buy the new probiotic yet, like they could win the box of probiotic, you know,
or a scarf.
Or a freaking scarf, like the damn scarf. That's fine. Just do the scarf every day, and then by the end of the month, we'll figure out how we can get that many scarves and be done. I mean,
I think that's a good idea. I think it would be a lot easier to track that way than like one at the end of the month, because then you have like, okay, this person earned this many drawings, and then it comes down to like tracking how many people, and we don't have time for that. We got to work our business, you know? So I think, yeah, if you contain it within a daily post, and each of those available prizes are available, you know, like each day you do something different. I think that'd be good, because then you know what? They're commenting there, and then that's their entry.
Yeah.
I have plenty of products that I can volunteer also, so.
So do I.
Right?
I bought like 5 of those Greens O'Clock bags.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I was going to use them for giveaways, and I haven't done anything with it yet. And those like 3, you know, the white, green, and black bracelets, like I got some of those. And yeah, so I think that sounds fun. Like I think people have fun doing challenges. And I was thinking earlier too, I was like, you know, what if we had like team contests or something, but we don't want to portray competing against each other either, you know? And I don't know if that would...
Yeah.
But that's kind of fun too, you know, like team contests and stuff, but I don't want it to come off like my team is competing against Amanda's.
Yeah, and then you get like, how do you figure out the team?
Well, yeah, like for you, because like I'm under your team, and that would get really confusing. It was a good thought.
Well, you would be my team. Like everybody's on Deb's team, so
right. Yeah.
So Deb would win. Deb would win.
And I win the scarf.
Done.
That's done.
I don't want the scarf.
Done. Okay, so the love in our or the loyals, whatever that we're gonna do, I think that is a good one. And then I think maybe the last 6 days of the month we do something on the Team Runners page, and I'll put something together, and I'll just include everybody that was on this in like a Facebook message group of what we think that we can do, so that way we can organize who, maybe somebody different posts something every day of what is going to be a giveaway. Like Donna, if you have a certain product that you want to give away, like you can do a post one day, and then Mandy, if you have a bag, and then Deb, if you have the scarf, like we can figure out, like if I'll start the message, then if anybody has whatever ideas that they want to do as a giveaway or that they think is a good giveaway, then that way we can get 6 days worth of stuff. So it's not all on just one of us to do the giveaways.
Are we doing for each loyal customer, you get a ticket in there and then we draw, or is it?
So I've seen, I don't know what other page I saw this on. I feel like it was Stephanie. I feel like it was Doss's page. But how you do it is you'll post whatever the giveaway is, and
Right.
then with each loyal customer, it's whoever gets the most loyal customers that day, and then it's their responsibility to post in the comments the loyal customer ID that they enrolled, and then if they enroll 5 loyal customers, they just edit their comment 5 different times and then put their loyal customer numbers on the same comment. So then that way at the end of the day, all you have to do is look through the comments to see who has the most loyal customers, and that person is the winner. So that way they're taking their responsibility and the time to put in their entries for their win, and that's less that we have to do of going through who
And
got
drawing.
so many, you know, and for them putting in their loyal customers, it kind of guarantees that nobody can cheat either, because they can't just say, oh, I got 6 loyal customers. They're actually putting in their loyal customer numbers.
Good idea. All right. I'm gonna say good night.
Yeah. I'm going to finish my cheeseburger.
Okay, you can. Thanks you guys for jumping on. I really, really, really appreciate you. We'll talk.
Thanks for hosting.
Thank you.